So, welcome to my channel. My name is Mansi, and this is the first ever video on this channel. This channel is all about talking on random stuff. Maybe, probably yes, probably no. We will see how it goes. So, this is the first ever video on this channel, and that is the reason why I did not want to niche it down. I first wanted to tell you what brings me on YouTube in 2026. I am a 28 years old unmarried woman, I would say, and I'm saying this proudly because this is my choice, obviously. I have 10 years of corporate or BPO experience. I have been working as an operations manager since 3 years. Overall 10 years of experience in the working field. I feel that I have some experience which I will be able to share with the younger generation. Anyone who is in the early 20s, even if some people who are in 30s, if they want to watch my video, obviously, if they want to ask me any question, if after watching my video, if they are getting any kind of help, I will be able to maybe help a larger number of group rather than just handling 120 people in my span. So this was the main purpose why I wanted to start a YouTube channel. It had a lot of learning. So starting off with a YouTube channel is a big thing. And I already knew this because I am someone who does not, I was someone who was not into, photography and recording yourself. I was a person who was like, okay, just enjoy the moment, no? See the scenery if you are in the mountains or something. Do not record yourself. I was like that. And that girl is on the YouTube channel now. In these years, 28 years of my journey, my life journey, obviously I've been through a lot of things. I had good experience, I had bad experiences as well. And anyone who is in their early 20s, definitely they will have those issues. So here on this channel, I'll try to be as raw as possible, as unscripted as possible, so that I will be able to talk about those issues which an early 20s or a mid 20s, even late 20s and after 20s face. The struggle around keeping up with your life, the struggle around being healthy, struggle around being committed in a relationship but still focusing on your career. I feel 24 hours is just not sufficient for everything. And that is when I sometimes feel that what exactly do we need to do? If do we need to become a good leader? Do we need to become a good daughter or a good girlfriend or a partner? I really don't understand sometimes, but that is what the life is, right? So in 2016, I started working. And to be honest, it was a BPO where I started working. And I was in my second year of graduation. I did not complete my graduation. So along with my studies, I was working as well, just to, pay the fees and everything, day to day expenses. And that is when, the BPO culture actually got into me. And not getting week offs on Saturday, Sundays, 24 by 7 work environment. So you will get any 9 hours of shift. It was something which actually hit me really hard, that this is how people work. And then from 2020, from 2016 until 2021, until 2019, I was working this way itself. Then 2019 end, COVID happened. And fortunately, for some years, I was able to work from home. When I was working from home, I was able to actually, retrieve some time for me. I was able to extract some time for me. And then I started with some learnings like Excel and a lot of things which are really helpful in terms of becoming a good leader. That era, I would say that era was very different, still very different. There were some people who really wanted to help you out. But after 2019, or I would say 2020, because the COVID happened at the end of 2019. So by the time work from home started and everything, it was already 2020 for us. in 2020 everything was just chaotic. People did not know how to work from home. People did not actually know how to handle team virtually. And in BPO, it's just, everything was new. I would say there were people like freelancers, there were people in IT industries who were already working from home and remote. But in BPO, for normal BPOs, it was something which was, you know, we have gone to Mars, not on Earth. So something like that, a very big project. We did not know how to use Teams. We did not know how to use Teameet. So these normal platforms, we did not even had the exposure about those. But then we started off with that, and then I got a lot of time because I did not have to travel every day. So then I realized the importance of working in a good company that can provide work from home or a remote job at least for some time. But then, unfortunately, the moment everything was settled down again, we were called to office, and since then, I have been working from office. I did not get work from home, and I still crave for that. Why I'm talking about this? Because that is where the exact issue starts. So when you hit your 20s, in the early 20s, you are really very energetic. You want to do this, you want to do that, and probably you will be able to do everything. But the moment you start sitting for longer hours for your work, you start commuting every day for 2 to 3 hours, then you actually start understanding the changes. The changes happening in your body. You will be experiencing a lot of body aches, different kind of issues in your body. 2021, I was 23 years old and I was diagnosed with PCOS. I did not know what exactly it is. So, when I experienced it for about 5 to 6 months, and I understood that this is not because of the change of my shift or anything like that, there is something which is happening in my body. I went for a checkup. The gynac did my sonography done, and I was diagnosed with PCOS only in slowly and gradually. When I started, when I continued working for longer hours, when I continued commuting, I experienced hell lot of things in my body. Now I'm 28 years old. It's been almost 5 years since I am diagnosed with PCOS. Now both of my ovaries have cysts. I still have an issues with sleep and cravings. Those sweets which I never wanted to even touch, I crave for those sweets as well now. And anything which is sweet is just my friend. So I want to eat anything. And the moment I get anything, the moment I get any stress, I just want to have something. I just want to eat something. So this is one change which I am not able to cope up with. And I can see the change in my body. The entire abdominal structure changed for me, the outer part. Uh, you know, my body changed completely, and that is something which is here I'm not only talking about the body. The moment your body changes, no, your mind also changes. The way you think changes, the way you take decisions changes. So I can understand, I can actually realize that, the energy that I had in my early 20s without PCOS, now it's just worse. I'm not able to concentrate on things. I have brain fog, and a lot of time when I'm in a difficult situation, I just forget things. And I'm not doing it purposely. I am trying my best to cope up with everything because obviously career is important for me. And I'm someone who has actually devoted my almost every the entire life. I did not have a lot of friends. I always said no to parties. And people used to think me that I'm rude as well, but I was struggling that time. I did not pay, I did not have a good salary, so I was working really hard that time. And then when I was able to earn enough money so that I can survive and I can take care of my family, now I am dealing with PCOS. And maybe This is something which a lot of girls are facing nowadays. But I want to tell you something, this is really, really chronicle. This is really critical, and I don't know how to deal with this. So, what happens? You need to travel for 4 hours. You are supposed to work for 10 hours, sometimes 11 or 12, with no quality work, but it's just mandatory thing. Sometimes it happens, okay? So I'm not saying that every day, but yes, it's mandate to be in office some days, and it's okay, it's understandable. Even if you're a businessman, you cannot, shut your shop at the exact same time. So I understand this. But what happens parallelly, when I you know with my energy, with my devotion, when I want to work hard, the moment I hit 10 or 12 hours, I'm just exhausted now. I am not able to work properly. Then in those, situations, I am carrying a tiffin box as well. But sometimes it's not possible. So, having something from outside, obviously it's oily, it's unhealthy, but sometimes I try to avoid outside food. But a lot of time when a critical meeting is there, then availability of fast food and ice cream and everything like and stuff like that, I end up having something which is not healthy for my body. And the reason why I'm saying everything, why I'm talking about these things is, if not boys, girls will be able to relate to this problem. uh, Girls with leadership roles, when they have to take decisions, when they have to deal with critical situations, and when they are dealing with their own body and fatigue, I really, they will be able to understand me. So we actually are not able to identify our own personality sometimes. It's just like sometimes you're very, very emotional, and sometimes you're just very angry, and you cannot behave this way in office. So it becomes a kind of, a war, with you versus you. And you are trying to be natural and neutral, but you cannot behave your way, because the way you are right now, psychologically and physically, obviously no other people will want to listen to you or hear you. So the reason why I'm talking about this is, I understand, I definitely know that everyone out there who is working, who is a student, who is doing something in their life, if you're struggling, if you are stuck, if you are feeling anything, you just need to understand that a lot of people have gone through this phase of their lives, but still they went ahead and lived their life, right? And you don't know whether you will be human being in the next, in your next, when you will be born again, whether you will be a human or something else, whether you will be born or not. So this is the life which you need to embrace, and everyone gets a different scenario, situations in their life. So just keep going on, and you will be able to figure out everything in your life. Don't be very hard on yourself. Just put a, tap on your back and say that you can do it. Be the self motivator, and you will not need anyone else's motivation. I will see you in the next video. If you see this video, you just understand that I have decided to put this on YouTube. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.